Traders, welcome back to another power-packed edition of our Daily Stock Watchlist. This one for Thursday, December 14th. And I put these watch lists out for you guys for free every single day. Today, it's not just about stocks. It's about unveiling hidden gems that could redefine your daily trading experience. If you've ever found yourself in the daily hustle of trading, searching for those opportunities that could lead to explosive profits, you're in the right place. We're about to embark on a journey together, a journey that transcends charts and numbers, a journey to uncover daily success. Now, for those of you facing challenges in the daily trading grind, I want you to envision a space where you can gain exclusive insights and strategies that could reshape your approach to the market. That's what we do here. And this isn't just about watching. It's about becoming part of a community with a shared goal, that goal being daily success. So here's your invitation. Whether you're new to trading or looking to elevate your current game, hit that subscribe button and become part of our ever-growing community. I also want you to go down below in the description and click on the link to the free Discord. The Discord that I have is free. The majority of it. There is a paid portion, but the majority of what I provide on that Discord and what I provide to you guys here, including these free YouTube videos, are for free, F-R-E-E. So let's get started on this list. And before we do, I'm going to tell you this screen that you see in front of you, this screen is Tradingview. Now, I use Tradingview to set up all my charts. I use it to trade during the day. So if you are looking for something like this, I've provided a link in the description below, and that gives you a free 30-day trial to the sub-based services. And then if you decide to go ahead with the sub-services, you get up to $30 off of that subscription. Now, you don't have to use their sub-services. There is a free portion of that as well, but this link gives you free 30 days to their sub-services. So make sure you guys check that out. Check that free offer out. And let's get started on this list. The first one I've got on for you guys is NEO. So we're going to talk a little bit about how this strategy works. But if you really want to dive into it, you're going to have to watch the learning tool videos that I have on this channel or become part of the membership, because I do have a 1-hour course on this stuff. And that membership includes a lot of other items, including my indicator that deals with the strat, live trading bots, etc., etc. But let's look at NEO. So NEO, you see these candlestick numbers? That's part of my indicator, as is this time frame continuity here. NEO went 2 down on the day, meaning the 2 candles, we only break one side of this previous candle. So we broke the low side, we call that a 2 down. If we broke the upside, where this candle here broke the high of the previous candle, we call that a 2 up. So we had a 2 down. And when we see a 2 down, like we would on this example, it finished red. This one finished green. So what that tells me is there is probability, because the buyers took this thing back. The sellers had it, that's why we went 2 down. The buyers brought it back. That tells me there's a higher probability, and that's what trading is. It's all based off of probability, because nobody knows what this next candlestick is going to be. They just don't. So if anybody tells you that they do, they're lying to you, because trading is probability. Strategies are based off of probability, and that's all they can be. So we look at this 2 down, finish green. The buyers brought it back. We are going to look for what's called a 2-2 reversal, a 2 down. We're going to look for this to trend back to the upside. So we set our trigger at the top of the candle, 745, and our first target goes to the order of magnitude, or where the bears have their stop losses. All those terms are used, but we put it to the top of the preceding wick. And then if we were to create another stop loss, it just goes to the high of the preceding wick, okay? And so on and so forth, here, and then you'd have to go back in time to find the next one. We do not put our targets through wicks. So there would not be a target going to this wick, because we would end up going right through this wick right here. So we don't do that. So we have the 2 down, finish green. If we trigger, we can buy calls on this. We can buy common shares. We're going to look for it to hit the first targets, and that's where we are going to look at taking profit. We'll move on to American Airlines. Same idea, 2 down, finish green. This one, though I like, we've got full time frame continuity. And what this tells me is on the hourly, on the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the quarterly, and the yearly, this tells me that there are buyers right across the board. And so this is really important and not something a lot of people use. In general, this strategy is very organic, okay? Meaning we're only using what the candlesticks are telling us. You don't see any of these purple lines, these blue lines, those are 50% rules. And Sarah Strat's Sniper created that rule. I've got a video on that as well, but my indicator includes these 50% rules. We won't talk about it today, but if you watch the learning tools, they are in there. So time frame continuity basically tells us that we have buyers across the board. This is trending in the up direction. And it doesn't mean that it's going to do the same thing on Thursday, but the probability is there that it will. We had a 2 down, it finished green. We've got full time frame continuity. These are the setups that I love. It's reversals into time frame continuity. That's exactly what we're looking at here. And we're going to look for triggers at 14.15. First target is not great at 14.18. We want to see a bigger target than that. So if we were going to create a second target, we just go back in time. That is our second target right there. And that's what we're looking for, and that's how we play these. It is very, very simple. Like, we're not using EMA crossovers, we're not using MACD, we're not using RSI. We are using very simple 1, 2, 3 candlestick strategies, and it is very, very what I call organic. Okay, let's move on to AMD. Inside bar on AMD, full time frame to the upside. Inside bars, let's talk about these for a second. So you notice it's painted yellow. That is also part of my indicator. But when you see that yellow bar, I need you guys, and I want you guys to think of that yellow bar as becoming a spring, which is being squished, compacted, and loaded. And when you push down that spring, almost like those Christmas toys, the Jack-in-the-Box, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da, when that spring releases, you want to see a big explosion to one side or the other. So I always tell traders, because these are very, very simple to spot, it's a very, very easy setup to spot. When you see these inside bars, I always tell people who are struggling or who are new, that's what we should concentrate on. And they don't always work out. We look for these big runs to the upside. This one didn't happen. We had a very small run. This one went outside bar. That's probability. This one had a nice run to the upside. Would have been profitable. This one had a run to the upside for multiple days. We go back here, double inside bar, didn't really work out. This inside bar, beautiful run to the downside. This one didn't quite make it. This one, a run to the downside before the buyers took it back. Okay, but that's what we were looking for on those inside bars. And I will tell you this, you guys don't have to look for these setups on the daily. You can go to the 15 and look for those exact same setups, regardless of whether it's AMD on this list or SPY or NEO or Ford or Coca-Cola. It doesn't matter. You can go to the 15 and look, it does the exact same thing. Here's a 3-1 setup, rare pattern. This gold bar, part of my indicator. Big run to the upside, okay, off of the inside bars. This one went outside bar, didn't really work out, but the one previous to it, a great little run. Okay, here's another one. Nice run to the downside off of the inside bar. This inside bar went down, came back up, and then we really went for a run, but this was towards the end of the day, so I don't recommend trading to the end of the day anyways. But we go look midday, okay, 9:45, inside bar, look at the beautiful run up. That's the kind of plays we are looking for, and they don't have to be on the daily. Like I said, we can look for those on the 15, the 30, the hourly, the 5 if you really want to play with some if you really want to be in and out really quickly, the 5s will do that for you. But that's the kind of typical play that we are looking for and what this strategy shows. Alibaba, here's another one. 2 down, finish green. We're going to look for this to trend back to the upside. We don't have full time frame continuity, but we do have it on the weekly, which is also really important. Okay, the more we have, the higher the probability the trade is, but we don't always need all of them. So we'll look for calls here on BABA at 71.48, and then our first 2 targets are marked out. INTC, this one is a 1-3 setup, so typically I don't put these on here. Rich from Trading Wars on Twitter coined this the Nirvana. Okay, 1-3 setup. Very rare. Does not happen very often. We also have a hammer candle here. We'll talk about that in a second. But if we go back and look at the last time we had a 1-3, because they are so rare, this one was a double inside bar, went outside bar, and then inside bar. So no setup there. But the last time we try and find a 1-3, not very common. Okay, we have a bunch of 3-1s and nothing with a 1-3. That's how rare they are. There's the 1-3, okay? And then look what happens off of that 1-3. We take the break of that outside bar and we run down for 2 straight days. And this was a really, really good run. We went from 29.54 all the way down to 28.25 at its lowest. So that's, again, the kind of setup, the kind of results that we look for off of these 1-3s. Now, let's look at a couple other things with this. Listen, we got full time frame continuity, and we've got what I would consider a hammer candle. I'd like to see this body a little smaller or the wick a little bit longer, but the strategy that we're showing you guys, teaching you here, is called the strat. There's 3 actionable signals. There's a hammer candle, which we kind of have here, a shooter candle, which is the exact opposite, where the body is at the bottom and the wick is to the top, and then the inside bars. Those are the 3 actionable signals. And all they're saying is those are high probability plays for this strategy. So we have this 1-3 setup with the hammer candle with full time frame continuity. My preference on this for a bigger run would be to the upside. Doesn't mean we're not going to trend to the downside, but the higher probability play is trending to the upside. So again, we can take those calls at the break of the high side, 44.72, or the break of the low side at 43.33. Here's another 2 down green, close to a hammer, but not quite. We look for the calls at 19.62. If you guys are looking, I do top 5s for these lists, and those go to the Griswold Gold members as well, as do the one-on-ones with myself, the live trading bots, the indicator, and a bunch of other really great things. It's $50. You'll make it back in one trade. And it's one of the cheaper options you guys have out there to really immerse yourself in the strat. Okay, if you want to swing, we'll talk about swing trading. If you want to, if you're looking for short-term trades, you're looking to scalp, we'll do that as well. And I really love the SPY in itself. I've taken a break from it as we come into the end of the year and end of December, and I've really concentrated on some of the other stocks. I took Pfizer for 360% today, and yesterday it was a carryover. Citibank, I believe NEO, QQQ, and all of those, and they're not big hitters. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that you're going to get rich quick off of this stuff, because that's not what we're looking to do. I'm trying to teach you guys the simplest way for you guys to make money in the market and trade as easily as you can, and hopefully that's what this is for you guys, because I know it is for me, and I know it is for thousands of others out there. And we don't need those 100, you don't need 100, 200, 300, 400, 1000% hits every time to be successful. Are you going to hit some that are multiple bags? Yes, you are. You're going to hit some 2, 3, 400%ers. But if you can consistently hit 10, 15, 20, 30, 40%, you are going to be and become successful at trading using this strategy, okay? Here's Moderna. Again, we're going to look for the calls at 78.72 on Moderna. We look at Oracle, same thing, 2 down, finish green. So we'll look for those calls at 103.10. Time frame not really in our favor here, but we'll see what happens with this Oracle play. Pfizer. So I'm not keen on Pfizer coming back up despite the 2 down green. This is the setup that I had yesterday. So I took it up here and I let it ride in tomorrow, and into today, and I'll tell you why. And all I did was I went to the 4-hour chart and I saw this 3-1 setup. Gave me the yellow bar, the yellow highlight, gave me this inside bar. And all I did was I went back in time and I said, what happens normally, probability-wise, when on the 4-hour we have a 3-1 setup? And I looked and I saw this big run to the downside. Okay, and I saw this big run to the downside. And then I saw this, a run to the upside, okay, which wasn't in my favor because I had puts, but then I saw this, 3-1 to the downside. This 3-1 ran a little bit more to the downside. This 3-1 to the downside. This 3-1 to the downside. And guys, all I did was I took the probability. This 3-1 to the downside. This 3-1 to the downside. Probability told me, and especially because Pfizer has been such a terrible stock this year and it's been continuously trending down, I was taking probability, and I sold half yesterday. I sold the second half today. It was a total of 240%. Today it was 360% on my remaining. Okay, so that's all I did. I just went back and I looked in time and I said to myself, we have a really good shot at making some gains here. And that's exactly what happened. we trended down today. I sold somewhere in here. Somewhere in here, actually. We opened here. I didn't take this run down. I saw myself up 360%, and that's good enough for me, okay? It could have very well run up, which it did, and I would have lost some profit. I could have held it and sold here, but I was at 360. I was very, very comfortable with that, for sure, as most people would, and I took my profit, and I said, have a good day. So that was my strategy on Pfizer. We look at Roku again. There's that hammer candle, the 2 down that finished green. We are going to look for calls here at 102.91. Amazon. Now, 2 things here. Amazon, this is not quite a hammer candle, and you see it's already a 2-2 continuation. This was our reversal. Look at, again, inside bar. This one didn't work out. This one had a beautiful run to the downside, and we ended with a hammer candle. 2 down, finished green, hammer candle. What happens? 2 straight days of a run up. If you would have taken this, you would have done really, really well on Amazon. Fantastically well. Okay, from 146 all the way to the high at 149. That's a really, really great run. Okay, so what we have currently sitting on Amazon is a 2-up continuation. It's a 2-2 continuation. We've got full time frame continuity. One of the reasons I still have this, or I put this on this list, is because, we'll go back to the daily here. You see we're above that pink line. That pink line, if I go to my weekly chart, that's my breakout for the weekly. There was our 2 down that finished green. We were looking for this to trend up. It has passed that marker. We have triggered. We are in force on the weekly. Okay, now we have hit targets already, but because we're already 2 up on the week, because we have time frame continuity, that's going to be on my watch list, okay? And I'm probably going to put this on the top 5 for everybody. So I'm giving you a freebie on Amazon, and it's based off of probability. We're 2 up on the week. I'm going to look for a continuation on the week on Amazon. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the list. Thank you for joining me. If you do have questions, please leave them below. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it very much. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm on Twitter, so if you have questions, you can follow me there. You can ask me there. You can follow me on Instagram. Make sure you're getting in on the free Discord. You can ask questions there as well. Good luck trading Thursday. Guys, I will be in the Discord tomorrow for a portion of the day, so come check me out there, and we will see you guys all on the next one. Bye-bye.